Less than a month before school starts, and schools are still trying to figure out what to do. Tonight, another district lays out its plan.
Plus, some cities require you to wear a mask, others are more lax.
Even if it's just a small thing, it's not putting me out in any way.
My thoughts are it's a waste. Waste of time, waste of energy.
Why isn't a requirement across the board? We're going 360.
I don't want my son's life to be a lesson.
A high school football player murdered.
But I do want it to be an eye-opener that no child should ever have to watch their parent or make their parent go through burying them.
A grieving family speaks to Denver7 as Denver's mayor says the violence among our youth has to stop.
Tonight at 10, as Colorado rebounds from this health crisis, we're going 360, looking at multiple perspectives and breaking down these controversial issues. Should kids go back to school? If so, how?
And should you wear a mask? What's the guidance? Who's for it and who's against it? Good evening, and thanks for joining us. I'm Ann Trujillo.
And I'm Shannon Ogden. Glad you're here tonight. We're going to start tonight with our kids and schools. Just in the last few hours, Douglas County presented its plan to the school board on how to get kids learning again safely.
And that plan involves 100% in-person classes. Parents can opt out and choose an online option if they want. For kids who are in school, the keys are masks and social distancing.
Dr. John Douglas pointed out two magic numbers. 10 days, that's how long a person who gets sick needs to be isolated, and 14 days. That is a length of time you have to be quarantined if you're around someone who gets sick. Dr. Douglas says if one child in a classroom gets sick, it's likely the entire class would have to undergo a 14-day quarantine.
Douglas County will require kids to wear masks in middle school and high school grades, pointing to early research that shows there's a higher chance of transmission in unmasked kids once they're over the age of 10 or 11. Staff must wear masks too. Masks are only recommended for elementary students. And Superintendent Thomas Tucker stressed these plans are fluid. He said at one point it's possible that kids are back in class for a week, only to get moved back to online classes because of a statewide spike in COVID cases.
And where do other school districts stand? Well, we know Jefferson County Public Schools plans to let parents decide if their kids will go back 100% in-person learning or 100% remote. DPS has that same plan. And they're going through surveys right now submitted by parents to see just how many families want kids in the classroom and how many prefer keeping them at home. And we plan to get the results of that survey later on this week. And here's something else to ponder. The second largest school district in the United States, this is Los Angeles Unified School District, announced today students will not be going back into the classroom this fall because of a surge in cases there. The fall semester was supposed to start August 18th. Now that's online learning only.
And now to our 360 breakdown on masks. Which cities and counties are requiring them, which are not, and what guidance should you follow?
Governor Jared Polis has been very vocal about the importance of wearing masks, but he has not issued a statewide mandate, only requiring essential workers to wear them.
Denver requires everyone wear a mask, no matter if you're essential or not. Boulder County is the same. Jefferson County doesn't have a mask mandate, but they strongly recommend you wear one. A different story in the city of Golden, which is in Jeffco. They have a mandate to wear one in both indoors and outdoors.
Tri-County Health has fractured over the department's mask mandate. Adams County supports the order. Arapahoe County supports it as well, but Douglas County has opted out. And now cities in those three counties, like Littleton and Parker and Castle Rock, will all talk this week about whether they want to opt out as well.
And late this evening, Douglas County submitted formal written notice to Tri-County that in 1 year, they plan to withdraw from the health department.
Talks to cut ties began after the health department implemented that mask mandate. Denver7's Russell Haythorne is going 360 on masks, the mandates, and why some aren't in line with it.
The mask debate is as old as, well, COVID. But we've learned a lot in a short period of time, like the fact that these offer some level of protection, much like wearing your seatbelt. While it's not foolproof, it could save your life. Still, there's a lot of debate around the mask issue, so let's go 360. We start with the governor, who appears to be growing more impatient by the day with those who aren't wearing masks.
I'm telling you to wear a mask. Wear a damn mask.
The governor has been active on social media with posts like, "I wear this to protect you. If they can wear it to fight fires, you can wear it to King Soopers for 20 minutes. Yet the governor has not issued a statewide mask mandate. like some states have.
The state has minimal capability of enforcing a mask order. We don't have cops on city streets.
This map now indicates in red which cities and counties in Colorado have mask mandates. Of the Denver metro counties, Broomfield, Jefferson, and Douglas do not require masks.
We did opt out of the mandatory masking order, and at the same time, we felt it was just the right time for us to create the Douglas County Health Department.
In Douglas County, this is a big point of contention. Just last week, the county decided to break away from Tri-County Health, something they've been considering for months and finally acted on as a result of Tri-County Health's mask mandate.
We really felt that this board was no longer interested in the direct needs of our citizens, and that's what this is all about. Our citizens manage their health well. We are the healthiest county in the state and the nation.
We hit the streets in Dougco to find out where residents stand, and it's no surprise, opinions.
I've got one in my hand.
Vary.
I just feel like every article you read, some say it works, some say can't hurt, might help, and that feels inconclusive to me. I would be totally for it if the science was stone cold, but I just don't feel like it is.
So I feel like it's worth it to do it to keep the numbers down, because I happen to want to go back to school in the fall.
It's very hot and confining, and it's not my favorite, but it works.
I mean, it really depends on the type of mask you have. I mean, I feel like people say some work and some don't, but really no one knows.
We need to wear masks because you really don't know what's going on in anybody else's life. And even if it's just a small thing, it's not putting me out in any way.
My thoughts are it's a waste. Waste of time, waste of energy. I think we're more likely to catch it from contact than we are from breathing it.
While that may be true,
Can we get a spare room 8, please?
walk into any hospital and nurses and doctors are wearing them to protect those who are sick and themselves.
I do think masks are an important element of the prevention of the spread of COVID.
Dr. Erica Douglas, emergency physician at the Aurora Medical Center, says even if you're not feeling sick, you could be a carrier, and your mask prevents your droplets from getting others sick.
That's where the biggest benefit comes in, is from the asymptomatic carrier who may not yet be displaying symptoms or COVID.
As for when to wear it and when not to, Dr. Douglas says school children returning to class, wear it. Heading out to the grocery store, wear it. If you're working out alone, especially outdoors, take it off.
Those would be the times where I would probably consider not wearing one, or maybe only transiently pulling it up when you're, passing within close proximity to people.
So pardon our appearance as we try to navigate the new world of masking up in public.
Wear one because you might save your life.
I don't want to make other people scared. If I have to do this to make them feel better, I will. But I do not like it.
Russell Haythorne, Denver7.
And listen, if we miss your perspective on any of these issues, whether it's an idea about masks and the mandates or how to get kids back in school, we want to hear from you. Email us 360@thedenverchannel.com.
More than 1,000 homes tonight are evacuated. Crews are trying to contain the Elephant Butte fire near Evergreen. Now, fortunately, things have calmed down a little bit tonight. The fire is burning in the area of Upper Bear Creek Road and Overlook Trail. This is southwest of the Mount Evans Elk Management Area, and the fire is holding steady tonight at 50 acres.
I've got my car, I've got my wallet, and I've got me. I've got my neighbors. I've lived up there for 27 years, and I've been afraid for 27 years that this was going to happen. And kaboom, it happened.
It happened. No structures, though, have been threatened. Our crews on the ground say it cooled down up there, and they got some rain. That's good news. A lot of resources have been called off for the night, so stay with Denver7 for updates.
Our teens are our future, and right now in Denver, their lives are being cut short at an alarming rate. Over the last week, a 17-year-old, a 14-year-old, and a 16-year-old were shot and killed.
Denver7's Addie Guajardo spoke with a family of a high school football player with a bright future ahead, as Denver's mayor calls this a wake-up call.
Athletic,
He's a real good football player.
charismatic, and naturally funny.
Just the funniest person to be around.
That's Davari Armstrong, a 17-year-old known and loved by many at South High School. In June, he turned 17, putting him on the path to graduate in 2021.
He was so intelligent.
He just had a whole future ahead of him.
Davari was shot and killed on Saturday at a house party in Montbello, leaving his parents and siblings hurting.
They're devastated. My daughter's waking up every day talking about this is a nightmare.
A nightmare for a family and the city of Denver. Our headlines show the alarming loss of young lives. Of the 48 people murdered in Denver to date, police records show 8 are minors. 3 of them died just in the past week.
Giving one parent condolences after losing their 14-year-old. Never did I know
that maybe 10 hours later, I'm going through the same thing I just told her I'm sorry I can never imagine.
Just cannot be about the mayor, the governor, our city council, or the police. This has got to be a full, uninhibited response by the community.
The mayor says social media, social economics, and COVID is fueling violence and is asking everyone to step up, help guide our youth, and remind them their lives matter. Outside South High School, flowers, pictures, and messages remind us of the gravity of youth violence in our community.
No child should ever make their parent go through burying them because children can't put the guns down.
Addie Guajardo, Denver 7.